All right, welcome back, everybody. This is CD Mangaka doing Chapter 5 of the Master Ninja Mode walkthrough commentary of Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, at least before its patch in February drops. So I guess you can say this is patch 1.0 of the game. Chapter 5 is where we get to play as Momiji, which is probably my favorite of the secondary characters that you can play as. There's a few reasons for it. I think that, like, of the female characters in the game, like, I think she has the strongest kit out of all of them, or at least I find the most success with this kit. By virtue of us playing through this chapter, we should also be unlocking this outfit right here. This is Obtain Master Ninja in Chapter 5, Chapter Challenge. I think this means that we have to beat this mission and unlock it in Master Ninja mode. I'm not entirely sure. I played through the Alkalite version, got Master Ninja, but this costume wasn't unlocked. So we will check back on this costume after we play through the level right here. So for now, I'm just going to go with default costume Momiji. I think it's my favorite out of the two available ones. And because we're playing as a secondary character that is not going to be like a mainstay to the story campaign, there's a lot of things that we don't have to worry about in this chapter, like item manipulation, for example, because Momiji, you know, we don't play as her again. So we don't have to worry about trying to farm essence. We don't have to worry about trying to upgrade any weapons or Nimpo or anything like that. Like, we have our full power kit right out of the gate. So we don't have to be as strict with how we approach the game with Momiji or the other characters outside of Ryu. But there are still some things that you should try to still aim for in your behavior, specifically if you're trying to obtain, like, Master Ninja rank in Chapter Challenge modes, because the karma system in that game rewards using particular moves, killing multiple enemies within a short span, so that's killing sprees. It rewards you for doing ultimate techniques and obliteration techniques with a lot of karma. And if you use those, you should be able to get your combo count higher with all the iframes, so you can string together a big combo. As well as the amount of Nimpo that you have by the end of the mission, and the how much essence you have by the end of the mission. So that all gives you points. So if you save your essence and don't spend it all on items, you get a higher score, right? And if you don't, you know, if you end the mission with full Nimpo, you get more points. So we're going to be playing around, like, those parameters for ourselves, just, like, to kind of self-impose the challenge. But for this mode, you can kind of do whatever you want. As beautiful as the day as I lost her. The other reason why I like the character a lot, I think she's just my favorite looking of the bunch, and I'm a sucker for brunettes, particularly. Now, I did screw up this opening, but the main reason why I think she's probably, like, the best out of the other tasks that you can play is her ultimate technique. It has a guaranteed delim in its level 1 form, which is just great because this means that, you know, even if you only hit one enemy with it, you do get a guaranteed obliteration technique set up, which means you can start cycling through essence, right? And start spamming out the ultimate techniques. She also has a pretty good level 2. There's a lot of delimming attacks in it. It usually kills an enemy. Actually, I don't think that's the case in Master Ninja mode. I'd have to double check that and see. One thing that I talked about in, I think it's Chapter 4, is that I was curious, like, what they would all do, Team Ninja would do with balance patches for the game, right? Since that is a thing that we are confirmed, like, the game is going to get a balance patch. And I talked about, oh, would they nerf weapons? Would they buff weapons? Are they just going to change, like, the enemy balance to be more like the original Ninja Gaiden 2? The one thing I didn't consider is, would they actually, like, buff the female characters? Because, honestly, they are very weak, in my opinion. Like, you know, Momiji here, even though we're getting a couple of good hits, like a full level 2 ultimate technique off right, that's funny, it gave me a red Nimpo when I'm full Nimpo right now. Despite, like, you know, getting very rewarding hits, we're just not getting, like, a lot of momentum or rewards for it. Like, enemies don't die from, like, a full charge level 2 ultimate technique in Master Ninja mode. You know, I first full comboed that guy, and we did get a kill on him, luckily. Now, Momiji's cool gimmick is that she's, one, able to double jump, and two, at her double jump, she's actually able to charge an ultimate technique, giving her a unique way of accessing this move that can sometimes be a little safer. Sometimes it does put her at risk, though. It just kind of depends on the enemies that you're fighting. She does have an Azuna drop. That is a pretty good option. I'm going to see if I can't force a blue essence spawn. That guy almost killed me. Again, you know, good AoE, kind of spins around a few times, so you have a lot of potential to catch enemies. She does not have a flying swallow, so approaching some enemies can be tricky with Momiji. The Izuna drop is nice, but one thing you'll notice with all of the girls, if you will, is that their guillotine throw is pretty terrible. I'm actually just going to pop a Nimpo right here, target the mage. Her Nimpo is actually very good. As you can see, it clears out entire waves pretty well. You know, it's like Art of the Inferno, but except it doesn't have the long kill animation. And I got caught there by a couple of bad guys. That kind of sucks. So, you know, one thing you'll notice is that there is some long stretches before we actually get save points and the like. So there are a couple of fairly difficult fights that we have to clear through. Right, like we hit those guys with our ultimate technique, and they're still standing around, like fully alive. It's like, pretty much any of Ryu's level 2 ultimate techniques would like kill these guys. So it's just a little weird that like, not like, and it's not just Momiji that has this issue. Like pretty much all of the other characters have this issue where their ultimate techniques just kind of suck. Momiji's is probably the best, again because of that downward strike right before she goes into her launcher sequence. Having a guaranteed Delin is pretty massive. It just means you can get a guaranteed ultimate chain going with some OT follow-ups at least, right? So you can get kills, you can get essence to build. 4 arrow shots as opposed to Ryu's usual 3. Do have a Grains here. I'm going to try and save my items for like the end fight. You know, like the bosses at the end of the mission. One thing you will note, though, is that the aerial UT that she can do only works if you have an essence to absorb. So, you know, she can't really start fights with it, but she's able to use it in the middle, do some unique things. If enemies have, like, really good tracking projectiles, let's name them mages with their fireballs, it can be a bit of a risk, actually, to go for it. But still, we're doing pretty fine. I think she has a good ranged weapon. We'll open up this chest. I want the herbs right. Actually, let me double check. Double jump. You know, she's got these attacks that do some AoE, but again, no real flying swallow that I'm able to input and find right now. I could be wrong. I just had the idea of maybe like her, yeah, there's Izuna Falcon, 1,000 Winds. She's got a couple of good combos. While running, Moon Shadow, Obisuke. Again, I'm going to kind of boot up the Nimpo right here. Get a couple of guaranteed kills. We did get another Nimpo, actually, which is great. Pretty high delim rate right there, or D-head rate, I should say. Her guillotine throw, though, is quite ass. As you can see, it doesn't really throw the enemies away. I'll go ahead and pop an herb here. I really just don't want to mess around with this fight. I said herb, I meant grain. Like, the big problem, I think, with, like, the secondary characters is that they're stuck with one toolkit, and that toolkit can vary in effectiveness depending on the fight. Now we're fighting the Black Spider Tengu. He's got a few simple combos. We're gonna light, heavy him. Or I think it's light, heavy. Nope, it's very much light, heavy. Pretty much the best punish that we have. That's just nice and safe. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, he can block. He's got those counterattacks right, but, you know, this combo is pretty safe, even to those. If he jumps into the air, he's doing a ground slam. You have to be careful because he would sometimes try to grab you after those attacks, and that's pretty much a one-shot, I think, in this difficulty. You might barely live if you have like full HP, and the nice thing is you can pop an item like during the animation to heal. So yeah. But again, because we're not really too stressed going through the normal story mode when it comes to like optimizing our play, and because of the fact that, you know, these are just weaker characters compared to Ryu, just due to the quality of their kit. Like, look at that, I just got one shot. But that's not a Momiji issue, that's just Master Ninja mode being Master Ninja mode with those golden Bengals. I think I finally remembered their name. Let's call them the larger fiends. Right, we did a full, like, you gotta imagine, right? Like, we can kill these guys with, like, a level 1 360 staff UT. Momiji with a level 2 here just gets a delim, right? That was a full connect. Like, this is pretty sad, I'm not gonna lie. I do hope that they buff the ultimate techniques of the girls, maybe buff some other aspects about them. Rachel's Nimpo is ass. Like, I'll tell you that. Like, spoiler warning, I guess, but... So we got this fight right here. We're surrounded by too many guys to really try and do anything about the guy in the back. We did get the level 1 off, which should set us up for victory. We took this hit there, not what I wanted. Look, that guy's still not dead. So who knows how things will actually change. I could see them, if they balance the game to be more like the original Ninja Gaiden 2, like these guys with their obnoxious health, might not be such a big issue. The guy with the bow and arrow just gives up. He just goes, "You killed all my friends. I'm coming to avenge them point blank." And we were like, "You're just an archer, bro." Like, look, like we were able to decimate that guy, get 2 D-limbs on him, and he died from a level 2. Like, I feel like all the other enemies probably should be getting delim like that. With, like, these level 2 ultimate techniques. I'd be happy with that, and if they want to increase the enemy count for that, I think it would just be... that would be a more fun way to kind of approach this, because otherwise, like, the girls' chapters are probably some of the hardest you'll encounter, just because they don't have as many tools as Ryu. And the tools that they do have are usually just, like, worse versions of Ryu's. Like, guillotine throw, not really having a great, like, delim rate, not being able to throw enemies into walls. So you're relying on using it as a finisher rather than as an opener, for example. That just feels bad. Ultimate techniques, you know, again, I would tell you that Momiji's is the best, and you might be realizing, like, how indicting, or rather what an indictment of a sentence that is, or a sentiment. I should have probably gone back and save after those fights, but I actually think I can't save after this fight. I might just, well, after we complete it and move into the next area. Again, Momiji's at least, like, it's nice that we can get a ultimate technique off and guarantee an UT or an OT. I keep getting my acronyms twisted. Kill him here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and save again real quick, just so we don't have to redo that fight. We got hit by an arrow right there. I should try to move these guys out of the way, right? So that we're not fighting in front of their archer backup. He tried to suicide me. That was not cool, dude. Now this guy has had enough. He's running us out. And we're just going to mow him down. All right, then we're going to go ahead, actually, and before we proceed to that fight, I've realized that there is a chest over here. Let's go ahead and scoop that. And again, we don't have to worry, like, really about... okay, we do get a free Nimpo. Don't really have to worry about trying to manipulate items or essence farm, really. You namely are just going to try to do that if you're trying to, like, max out your chapter challenge mode rank. All right, now we got this guy trying to get close enough. Can't see through the flames. Be able to hear the mage's chants. But yeah, this is... Oh god, I'm not going to redo this fight. I really don't want to. I'll drop her Nimpo. I think I only killed one guy. That might have been because the direction I was facing was not optimal. Again, I'm popping a lot of items here just because when you're trying to clear this level for the first time, like, we just don't have to worry about trying to max out ranks and stuff like that, and I'm not trying to be here for like 2 years. Alright, we did get mowed down right there, which is unfortunate. This one might be one of the longer videos I do, but we'll see. The level is short, but like, just with how difficult like the fights are, just by virtue of Momiji not really being able to snowball and rely on solely ultimate techniques like Ryu can. And you'll find that's a behavior true with pretty much all the girls. So I do hope that like the balance changes at the very least, like do something for the Konoichi. Although I have to include Rachel in there, right? So saying secondary characters or the girls I think makes the most sense. Alright, we kill him. We can absorb that essence. Absorb this essence. And we'll try to clean up my own gameplay right here. Grains of life, which is good. Let me double check. I don't think we can backtrack, but maybe I'm just wrong. Yeah, look at this. Like, that the game like puts in an invisible wall right here, so you can't even go back and safety save from this position, unless there's a way to get up there that I'm not doing because I'm just a fool, a goober. So yeah, they kind of, I feel like they sort of inflate the difficulty. By just dragging out how long you play these missions. Okay, you know, guaranteed D-heading is nice. I am under so much assault. Delim one guy. Have to close the gap. That's another frustrating element, I guess, of, like, Momiji, is that, like, yeah, you got this ultimate technique that has, like, guaranteed delims. But then, like, the final hit of it, like, blows the enemy so far away that you then have to go hunt them down. Like, there's just not much cohesion going on with Momiji. Even though, again, like, as much as I can look at this stuff... So we get to level 2 here. Been able to get this guy. He did die, thank God. So far, we have been able to avoid, like, a lot of the bullshit. Okay. Level 2 in the air. That is the cool thing about it. I do like charging ultimate techniques in the air. Like, that is some nice flavor. Alright, we get that kill. We missed the guaranteed delim. 360 in the corner. Get 1 OT, 2 OTs, right? Level 1 here. That guy died. Jumping into the wall kind of hurt me there. Make sure I'm close enough. Killed one guy. I was able to steer it into the other guy. He still didn't die. Azuna drop. Try to blow off his arm. Imagine if this last dude was the one who killed me. I would have been upsetty spaghetti, to say the least. But we were able to power through. We were able to get ourselves set up for success. We can only afford 1 grains right now because, again, largely just focused on using the essence for combat instead of absorbing stuff. So now we have to do this whole fight as well and not die. So maximum safety, maximum insurance is like required. One OT, two OTs, three OTs. Right, 1700. Like, you have to imagine, right? Like, we're just not able to clear out enemies and get kills with level 2, and that just really hurts, like, the essence game that you want to get, right? With any of your ninjas. Yeah, I am not dying with these guys. Level 1 here should seal the fight, luckily. I should be able to get close enough to get this ultimate, or get this OT. Yeah, and as you saw, we're cut off from the previous item stand, so what we have is what we have. And we're going in with 3 herbs and 2 grains, which I think is fine. And yeah, welcome to the gauntlet. This part's the easy part. We're not going to really stress too much about how things begin or trying to spend resources here. I will say, like, I'm a little sus on this particular take just because I have taken way more hits than I would ever want to. And this ultimate charge is basically the closest thing she gets to a flying swallow with, like, a fifth of the beheading rate. All right, we got killed. That's fine. That was a pretty rough start anyway. So let's try and clean it up here. I'm going to just run straight back here for the archer. Momiji will lock onto another dude. That's fine. The archer is at least in melee mode, so... Plus, he's an easy kill. Great way to get us started off with our ultimate techniques. We got one Delim guy behind us. I think I could just start chaining level 1s back to back. Get a guaranteed Delim strike at the very least. You can definitely influence your direction by moving around with the left analog stick. Or whatever it is you move on. Okay, first wave. Our health's looking really good. That's a shame that we missed that ninja. I'm trying to catch the one guy that we have disarmed because a mage jumping out of nowhere to Delim to, like, kamikaze me sounds terrifying right now. Okay, we caught him, thank Lord. Double jump into stun. Momiji does have a lot of movement, at least, to make up for it, right? Just the fact that you do have a double jump to delay falling to the ground. Then you can fire your arrow to delay that even further. I think all that's pretty fantastic. We're in a good groove. Had to release the attack right there. This run's going well enough, and I'm not too worried about the boss fight. Okay, get the guaranteed Delim. This is just, yeah, omega stressful. As Master Ninja mode arguably should be. I don't think I need a heal. I'm going to gamble on me just being good enough at the game. Okay, seems like it was a good gamble. Cool, 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 cool. After that rush, we get the final boss fight of the chapter, and it's the 2 Tengu brothers. And, yeah. Be very careful. Master Ninja mode does not mess around. They will kill you, so we are playing incredibly defensive. All right. Let me get back to this. No, did I fat finger that? Did I hit last checkpoint? Oh my god, I'm cringe. That's what I get, though, for typing. You know, not paying attention to the video. Plus, maybe I could just do this fight and do it better and not spend so much healing on it. So we'll find out today. Yeah, it's a few very simple waves, so... Right, I try to do one jump, but you have to double jump to get the aerial UT off. Okay, we got lucky being able to spin that around at the last moment to get that demon strike. And but look at that, like sometimes when you get those dilims, like the enemy just falls out of your combo. Like there's just some things that just do not flow with this character. And again, I think that this is probably the best of the other characters. Bring him down. I'm gonna just drop Nimpo here. I really just want to say dive sluts. Luckily, the game did not bonus. Oh, I did not want to absorb those. I just wanted an OT. So we got that UT instead, so that's it is what it was. Get close enough to these guys so that we can actually get this ultimate technique to connect. I'm dashing around because, like, you can get hit out of your jumps, as we've seen with Ryu. Granted, there is double jumping, so... Bow and arrow. Kind of made his AI chill the hell out. Get the attack. Light, light, heavy, heavy. Seems to be a good way to get a dilim on enemies. Okay, that fight went way better, actually. You know what? Considering that we have full health items now, I will take that. So the nice thing about the Tengu bros, you know, pretty much same move kit, so you learn one, you know how to fight them both. One of them will stay in the back and throw incendiaries at us, which is annoying to say the least. This time we're not going to hit the last checkpoint option. But again, we're going to open up slowly. This guy does... Dodge. Dodge. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got him a few times. Okay, I tried my luck. I tested it. Right, so as you can see right here, actually, if you get grabbed, touch the item button, you'll be able to heal. And you can survive those grabs. So there is some counterplay to that. The other one, of course, being don't get hit. One, two. We look for him to do the extended combo, right? 1, 2. One, 2, 3. Go for the spin. All right, cool. We were able to force him down, so we're in a really good spot now. He does a Wind Blades and Impo. Gotta be careful. We were able to dodge, luckily. No! Okay, I overextended there. I overextended. I am assuming that they're gonna, like, be staggered after I dodge some stuff, and they're not. Okay, just gotta play it patiently, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See, pretty consistently vulnerable after that. Even if we block that, we can get it hidden. If you ever want to toggle your focus between the two of them, you just tap the right bumper. Or R1, right? And your camera will change between them. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go ahead, pop grain here. Just because I don't want to get whittled down. Again, we don't have to worry about like carrying over items or anything like that. And if you're playing Chapter Challenge mode, you don't get penalized for using health items. You just effectively get penalized for buying items by having less essence on hand. One. All right, one down. And one of them, you know, when they die, they'll give you blue essence to use. And if you stay close to them, we shouldn't really see that Nimpo we saw him use. And again, it's the same thing with that grab, right? You can save yourself by healing in the middle of it. 1, 2. I definitely swung way too hard. I'll top myself off the full. Okay, now I gotta really chill. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, dang it. Battle of attrition. That's namely what this boss fight comes down to. 1, 2, 3. One, two. We got caught and punished. Deal with the grains. One, two, three. 1, 2. Ooh, I definitely swung way too soon. I'm trying to mess around with heavy attacks. But yeah, they block either one of those. So just light, light, heavy, heavy feels to be the safest string to me. Because you got 2 lights that have fast recovery, right? Compared to the heavies. The other guy actually hit me with the shuriken. That's crazy. Use 2 herbs. One, two. Oh, sir. Now I got both of them kind of swinging. This guy needs to let me kill him. Sir, that is not letting me kill you. Pretty please? Okay, there we go. I'm pretty pleased. Some femme fatale. Decent heal from him. 1, 2, 3. That caught me. I think I had to back up, actually. I don't think I dodged it the first time. A little bit of a sloppy fight there. But yeah, like, you can be stuck on these guys for a bit. Just because they are quite punishing. Again, we got limited health items, and if you overextend, well, yeah, you're going to exhaust what few items you do have very quickly. Bruh, I couldn't see anything. 1, 2. Pretty much always hold L1, and you'll, like, recover from your attacks into a blocking stance. That fight did go a little unlucky. And if you're wondering about, oh, maybe I can just charge up ultimate moves. Not really. Oh, God. Okay. Master Ninja mode. Master Ninja mode. Try again. Because as you might notice, you know, even the red one, like, threw some incendiary at me when he's like, hold up, what you doing, girl? You can tell you can usually land in a couple lights after those attacks. One, two. 1, 2. Throwing out some heavies in between those, because this feels like a better bit of damage to get on him. That actually kind of does seem effective. 1, 2. 1. Okay, cool. And this guy right from my throat, bro. Again with this shit. All right. 1, 2. Up, 2, 3. 1, 2. Up. Overextended there. I don't die. But let's guarantee that I don't die, you know? Okay, one of each is fine. 1, 2. 1, 2. Dodge after, right? We can use that reverse wind after that second hit. Heavy here. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Double dash after that particular attack. I got a little lucky there, I felt like. Okay, before I go too crazy and blow this run. He really blocked that. What an absolute savage. There we go. Some perseverance, being very patient, keeping your strings safe, having at least 2 herbs. I think it was 3 herbs and 2 grains. You'll have enough heals if you can save it for that boss fight.
Sanji.
And so, yeah, that is Momiji's chapter, Shrine Maiden's Battle. So, that's pretty much it for that mission. Kind of a bit of a filler mission, but, you know, maybe there's some aspects of Momiji's kit that I don't fully appreciate. So if anyone has some awesome Momiji tech out there, do share it in the comments below. I'll see you all in Chapter 6.